You guys ain't going. Go. Get off there. Get off of there. Get. You guys ain't going for no ride. Go on. Get off. Off. Get off. Okay guys, in this week's video we're going to be talking about safety tips for towing a trailer. And before you guys start fussing at me for doing this wrong, just keep in mind, this is not a how-to video. I repeat, this is not a how-to video. This is just simply how we do it. Now keep in mind, if you're hauling a bigger piece of equipment or a car or something of that sort that's really heavy, I don't recommend pushing your item all the way to the front like I'm doing with this lawnmower, because what can happen is all that weight can push down on the tail end of your vehicle, which brings your nose up in the air, and that causes you to kind of lose control with your steering a little bit, and that could cause an accident or something going down the road, and we don't want to see that happen. We want to keep everybody safe. But of course, with riding a lawnmower, it don't weigh that much, so I can kind of push it up to the end and not have to worry about losing the ability of steering, because again, you know, the lawnmower don't really weigh that much, and pushing that all the way up to the front kind of helps me keep it a little better control. Gets me like a little extra grip with it to keep it from sliding around so much. So that's the reason I did this here. But again, if you got something really heavy, I recommend getting a little closer towards the axle of the trailer, that way again, so you can keep control of your vehicle a little better. Now, another thing we need to remember is you really want to have 4 points of contact when you're securing your load, whether you're using straps or binders. Binders are typically a little bit better because they're held together with chains, but you know, again, lawnmower don't weigh a whole lot, so I'm not afraid to use straps on this. And they make different size straps for different load weights, and of course I wouldn't use these type of straps on a car. You know, lawnmower, they're fine. I'm not sure what the load limit is on them, but again, for what I'm doing, they're fine. And we'll kind of tie off the excess part around just to keep it from flapping around, because I don't want to have to buy a paint job for somebody going down the road that starts battering up their vehicle, waving around. I got a funny story I'll tell you about something similar to that after the end of the video. Something that happened to me. I'll talk to you about that later. Now, if you're struggling to find a place to attach your strap or your binder around the rear axle, is always a good place to put. So it's a place that's usually pretty strong and will help hold the piece of equipment or whatever it is you're hauling in place. So a good place to start and look. Trick is to make sure all them straps are nice and tight. You want all 4 of them tight. If one of them's just loose just a little bit, it'll cause the rest of them to get loose, because your load will start shifting, and you don't want that. And again, like I said before, make sure you get tie off any of that excess strap, because you don't want to batter somebody's car going down the road, because if you're going 55, 60 miles an hour, it don't take much to mess up somebody's paint job. You guys ain't going. Go. Get off there. Get off of there. Get. You guys ain't going for no ride. Go on. Get off. Off. Get off. Get. Anybody else feel like them goats thought I was an Uber? Now, another big tip you can't talk about enough is them safety chains. You want to make sure they're attached really well, and you always want to make sure you kind of cross the chains over a little bit, so if the trailer would pop off, and it's happened to me before, not on this one, but another trailer, the trailer tongue will kind of ride in the midst of the chains, and hopefully it won't hit the ground. I had a rental trailer do that to me one time, and it popped off the ball. I wasn't the one who hooked it up. I let the people I rented off of hook it up, which always check your load before you leave. That's a rule, one of the number one rules. I didn't do that, but always make sure everything's connected good, your lights are working, and because it's all about safety when you got stuff like this going on. You see my lights on one side's working, but not the other. I guess I'll have to get that fixed. And that's how we have a secure load. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Why did the man quit his job at the donut factory? He was fed up with the whole business.
Okay, so earlier in the video, I said I was going to tell you a story about something that happened to me long ago. And what happened was I used to be a tire technician in a tire shop. And one day I was sitting there, I can't remember if I was taking tires off or putting on a car. One of the air hoses that was going to the wrench I was using literally just blew out. The whole hose just blew out. And I'm not sure how much PSI was coming out of them hoses, but I'm telling you, it was a lot. And that hose was whipping in the wind, going every which way it can. And I just got scared of that hose. I took off running from it because I didn't want to get beat by it because I knew what was going to happen. I knew it had enough pressure behind it. It was going to leave some welts. Of course, somebody finally turns the air off. So, but a little bit later, at the end of the day, when the bosses come out and start talking about it, they told me, I said, next time I better go and grab that hose. Didn't tell them this, but I was sitting there thinking, nope, I still do it the same way because I knew that hose would end up leaving some welts. But what happened was that hose was was all over the place right there around that car. It literally battered that car up. It didn't like leave dents in it, but it really messed the paint, marked the paint up. And but long story short, they didn't have to pay for a paint job, but they did get their tires that cost that day. Before we go for today, guys, I want to let y'all know we now have a merch store. Equallyyokedfarm has its own merch store. It's all online. I don't handle none of the products. Everything's handled by a third company. And only thing I do is I tell them what designs they're allowed to use, and that's it. But I will post a link in the description down below to the store if those of you interested. It's just getting started. We got some more ideas of stuff that's going on. I will tell you, I'm not happy with the prices I have to charge on because they're really kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of on the expensive side. So I am open to suggestions, people, for getting stuff down a little bit cheaper. If you guys know a cheaper company to do this, obviously I can get it done cheaper if I handled it all myself, but I just don't want that. I don't want to do that. I'd like having somebody else handling all the information because I just don't have time for that. So basically they just handle everything. They ship it out. They make the merchandise and they send me a little piece of, what's available from what I allow them to charge. So, but anyway, if you guys got any more information or places might be a little bit cheaper, just let me know and I might try to work with them instead. So, but again, check down the description down below and you will find a link to our merch store. Thank you.